Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers Intergalactic Survival Expansion. In today's video, we are going to expand this conveyor line all the way to our new property. We have a lot of work ahead of us, so let's kick it off with a nice little time lapse. Alright, so that was a pretty long time lapse, I gotta say. That was like 10 minutes. So, what we have here is the welding slash grinding ship, the utility vehicle, and what I've added here is this little platform so we can be up in the air welding, and once we are unable to weld, I could just get out from the seat right here. I could walk up and then look at the properties, see what's missing and what isn't, and then I come back here, fill up my vehicle with components, and then just continue. So that is what I've been doing so far, and the reason why it's not all looking like this all the way through with the beam blocks and the catwalks is because it will take a lot longer. Plus, to make extra uniqueness, I was thinking of just adding these catwalks over here on either side. I just stopped it right here. So let's start working on our refinery building and assembly building. We'll do that over here. Not over there, but over here. Because this will be like production, and then that will over there will be storage. And over there we will have O2H2 generation and all the ice stuff and like fuel. But over here we'll have the regular ores and all that stuff, just so we can have a little bit of separation. Because because the separation of working and changing of scenery is good on the mind. So we could do that. That'll be really cool. During the time lapse, I did make an extra battery, only because the other batteries were full. Like this one up here. The three over here are the same. So let's clean up all of this mess right here. I'm thinking of moving the refinery and assembler somewhere else. So I want to keep this over here, maybe as like a power production thing, maybe some information over here for now. So I will have the refinery and assembler over here, and I have a couple ideas. It may not be like a enclosed building, essentially like a structure without a roof, like a little open area. So let me come up with a plan for over here, and I'll get right back. But before we get into that, I just want to give thanks to some people in the comments of the last video. There was one suggesting to paint the utility vehicle red, and another suggesting to name the utility ship Hellboy. So both of those comments worked really well together. So thank you guys for giving your suggestions. And please comment down below any more suggestions, either names for future projects or ideas of what to do next. I'm still trying to fill the to-do list, so your guys' help will be very appreciated. So let's get back to building. are back. That was another interesting time lapse, but I am back to explain and go in depth of what I have done so far in the video. First, I am going to go back to the pipeline because that was the first time lapse we have done today. So I've tried many different ways of building this pipeline. First was with the Hellboy, but that got slow, and then I was using projectors, and it just wasn't working that well. And so I just took the little spaghetti bike and started placing everything by hand. It was much easier. And as you could see from the first part of the video, that the merge blocks weren't really working. So I just had everything sort of hover and like held still, and I was able to set everything to station, and then I was able to build within the planet, and I really liked how it turned out. It looks pretty cool. It is a pretty long walk, so I usually use the bike because I'm going to be building over there as well. In fact, we are going to leave this planet over there, and we're only going to have all the processing over here. And so, unfortunately, I had to take down that wind turbine because the plan with this corner over here is that it's just that it's a corner, and I plan on building all around here. I will most likely have to move the solar panel just because the building might be in the way of the sun, but I will build everything else first, and then if I have to, I'll just make a bunch of solar panels around, and it will have more oxygen farms on them as well. Moving on to what I have laid out here, if I could go into spectator camera, what I have here is a little bit more planning. This first square right here is going to be a pretty tall, like, construction type industrial district, like how it looks right here, but it will be spread around. So it will be kind of open-ish. It will have a lot of scaffolding and ladders and catwalks and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward for that. And so that will be across this entire square right here, with these pipes going out of the building. And then over here we'll have like a little tunnel section, so it'll be up high a little bit with like a gate that could be like a nice entrance on both sides. And then over here we could have more battery storage or other things with power over here, or it could just be a nice garage, because I can make this like a cool looking entrance for like a larger sort of truck. So that's also what I could do. And then over here I'll build some of our assemblers, the industrial assemblers, so we can have those nice catwalks and entrances like these on the refineries. And then over here we can have something else. Leave your ideas in the comments. And then over here I can keep this hooked up and have it be like a sort of museum type thing, where we can leave the drop pod, and I could just move the spaghetti bike over as our first creation. And so if this one gets outdated or damaged, I can just move it along and then just construct another one, and we have more room to hold more. So that could be really cool. And then over here I made another battery, and I made a programmable block over here so we can look at all of our power. And as you can see, all the batteries are 100%, so I'm gonna need to build more, and so we don't need to waste all of this extra power that we're getting. And so moving on to this little area we have going on, I made multi-level catwalks in the back of these refineries, so we could add some upgrade slots over here, and we could continue to maintain them. And there's many ways of accessing everything. I still have a whole bunch of stuff to finish, such as that catwalk right there. And then over here, we have a conveyor line all the way to this small cargo container, just so I could access all of the components and everything that I am producing right now, so I don't have to go way over there to get them. And I have added these lights over here and up there. And then over here, I'm thinking of adding something, but I don't know yet. Perhaps someone in the comments might want to suggest something to put over here. And then over here, all of the catwalks end because I plan on extending them further into the assembling part. Other than that, there's not much. We've already done so much, but there's so much more we can do. So many ideas we can explore and come up with. And I want to hear your ideas in the comments. Until the next one, I'll see you all later.